Welcome back to the flip through the Thoth Tarot by Alistair Crowley, and more importantly by Lady Frida Harris. She is the illustrator. You will see that these cards are all about the way that they're conceived and drawn and how much depth there is to them. So this is just a quick flip through just now, starting in no particular order with the Ace of Discs. I mean, the suits have been put together, but that is basically it. The discs are traditionally the pentacles, referred to as the discs in this deck. You can see the beautiful back as well. And you will straight away see that there's loads of little symbols, loads of things going on. And this tarot lends itself to being read on loads of different levels. Now, I have put the court cards in the order that they were originally intended. So the court cards are a little bit different from your usual. And I'll get to them again in a minute. Suit of Wands. So you can see, although the pip cards are very pippish, they still give you loads to go on, okay? It's not just a random assignment of wands. And you can see that with every word, you've also got a little keyword. There's loads of symbology, of course. And even though a lot of people call this a separate system, you'll see that there's a lot of crossovers with other systems and other, well, what we call systems. So actually I've got this wrong. The order, as I understand it, although in the deck it comes as Princess, Prince, Queen and Knight, I believe that originally the order was supposed to be Princess, Prince, Knight, and Queen at the top of the food chain, okay? So I quite like that arrangement, so I'm going to go with it. The Ace of Cups, which I find is one of the more difficult cards to read in this deck, to be honest, but that's a personal feeling. And you can see you've got astrological and planetary attributions for every card. And I love that my cups are different with every card. Glass cups, upside down cups, gilded cups. Ooh, not so good. Broken cups, empty cups. I mean, you really are getting a feeling very quickly for what is going on here. And I would say that you may be drawn to the Thoth, and because there is just so much to read. And people will say to you, oh, don't start with the Rider-Waite-Smith, because every course on everything is written for the Rider-Waite-Smith. Well, one, that's not true. And two, the Thoth just has so much going on that if actually you start with the Thoth, you'll very quickly be able to read the others, okay? Beautiful Ace of Swords. Love that. I mean, you are getting the feeling that there is something not quite right here. And you see the difference between things that are unclear and broken up patterns, and then when things are aligned and firing and really going. And again here we've got this idea that the lines that were super energized in 4 are actually just breaking up and not so well arranged anymore. I mean, apparently this is a fairly nasty card to get. Again, I'm of the mind that you need to read these intuitively. Retorted swords. Princess of Swords. I mean, you get so much in terms of movement, sheer movement. I've heard this interpreted as your defender. I've also heard it as she's ready to go fight, and she'll, you know, this is the kind of energy where you just go fight. Okay, so whether it's a defender or an active fighter. Get those strings. She's all about cutting the mask, going for truth and clarity, and going into the major arcana. And the Fool is a very complex being here with loads of symbology, way more happening than usual. So the numbering is fairly standard, actually. The High Priestess. So love the High Priestess. And this is one of my favorite Empress out of all the decks that I own. I just find that there is so much being given in this card that you can really, you're really getting the Empress there. I almost find her better than the Emperor, but then I get why the Emperor was made in this way. The Hierophant. Love that, you know, kind of traditional thing going on with the lovers. You know, you really are getting that this is not really about love. There we go, the Chariot with the crab for Cancer. Abracadabra. Adjustment, who is balancing and balanced. Hermit. Absolutely beautiful Wheel of Fortune. Lust replaces strength. So, okay, in this deck, strength, what would be strength is in number 11, justice is in number 8. And strength is lust, but lust not as we generally understand it, and it's all about taming your own passions and your own things that will, you know, that can derail you. That's how you acquire the strength. Hanged Man. One of the better death cards. With death releasing the new souls being born. Temperance. I mean, all of these cards are so evocative. The Devil with his knowing smile. Great Serpent for the Tower. Not happy days. The Star. One of the better stars, actually. The Moon. And Judgment has been replaced by the Eon, and I love the Eon. And, you know, this is the child Horus donning the new Eon. And the Universe. This concludes our quick flip through of the Thoth Tarot.